Okay, dear Form 1 students, let's continue. This part here will be the next part for chapter F. Okay, one of the easiest, straightforward chapter. Okay, just reminding you, important what we learned last week is the nitrogen, content of air. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide 0.03%. Lepas tu got inert gases. What is the function of all these type of gases there? Okay, the one more important part there will be this thing called the carbon cycle and the oxygen cycle. Okay, the previous exercise that you did, the previous worksheet that you did there has got a lot on this, but again and again you just see this back. The concept was simple. The only way to convert carbon dioxide back to oxygen is photosynthesis, and any process that uses oxygen will produce carbon dioxide. One of the easiest, straightforward chapter is this chapter. Okay, you got another 2 more challenging chapters to finish off in Form 1. Okay, then you got a lot of time for a lot of revision and everything, so you'll be strong in Form 1 before you go to Form 2 then. Okay, so again, make sure you highlight all the previous chapters, you know all your previous stuff there. And just remind you, last week also I told you, this week also I'm telling you, reproduction, long chapter, the periodic table got some important concepts that you must know. Matter is something that you carry forward Form 2, Form 3 as well, related to matter, a lot of parts that you will learn as well. Okay, yeah. Now guys, for this one here, combustion, the 3 factors that must be present for combustion to occur is oxygen, heat and fuel. Any one of it missing, combustion cannot occur. Pembakaran tidak boleh berlaku. So, if got no oxygen, got no combustion, got no heat, got no combustion, got no fuel, got no combustion. What is fuel? Contoh fuel can be like petrol, kerosene dan sebagainya. All this will be fuel, anything that enables the burning there. Okay, heat is by the fire itself there, so the surrounding must have some heat there, then only the combustion can actually take place. Okay, so the temperature too low ke, very cold ke, inside your freezer ke apa dan sebagainya, combustion cannot take place there. Okay, next, so these 3 jangan lupa guys, so these 3 are 3 factors there. Lepas tu another simple part this one maybe got, you must know, got 4 types of extinguishers. Okay, fire extinguishers got 4 types water, dry powder, foam and carbon dioxide. These are the 4 types of fire extinguishers. The best one means, you ask me what is the best one, easiest answer, always boleh pakai, is this foam. All types of fires. Okay, that's why like in schools, hospitals, petrol stations dan sebagainya, most of the time the easiest one, the best selling one will be the fire extinguisher that is a foam type there. Why? Because all type of fires, it will cover, it will compress, so there is no heat. There's no way the combustion can take place there. So the foam is the most effective type of fire extinguishers. But let's just look at everything else. Like guys, water is used for wood, paper, cloth. Okay, and sebagainya. So let's say if it's a factory, like a furniture factory, got higher chances of fire happening because of wood catching fire ke dan sebagainya, then use a fire extinguisher. Have fire extinguishers that more water based. It means inside the fire extinguisher got water lah, right? Dry powder, petrol, oil or paint. So logically this will be more at petrol pumps. Okay, petrol pumps dan sebagainya, where got higher chances the fire is going to start because of petrol. Okay, someone may be using smoking a cigarette ke apa dekat dengan petrol, so the petrol might catch fire there. So can use dry powder. But if not dry powder, not water, you still can come back to foam. Okay, carbon dioxide. You've got carbon dioxide does not support combustion. But if you use water, let's say electric circuit, this one we talk more of like factories contohnya, where got a lot of people making circuits and all for let's say for TV, for any other electrical appliances there. So if it catches fire, you use water, means water can still, even though it's a poor conductor of electricity, but it can still conduct electricity. Okay, and it does not help in circuits there. If you use electronic components there, to use water. So the best extinguisher for anything that is electrical material, switch boards dan sebagainya, will be carbon dioxide extinguisher. But then again, foam settles everything there. Okay, yeah. So make sure you know your fire extinguishers got 4 types there. Textbook you can see clearly, give you one by one, show you pictures of how it's used, what will happen, so you go through a little bit on that. Okay. The one more thing today was simplest one, guys. This one, effects of air pollution. Okay, effects of air pollution here. First one there, acid rain. Okay, acid rain, I'll explain to you how it happens there. It's a bit clearer on this one, guys. Acid rain, for instance, there, this is related to environment. Acid rain, factories or let's say vehicles, certain vehicles, mostly factories, guys, release sulfur dioxide or nitrogen dioxide. So the culprit for acid rain, is these two lah, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. What will happen is, with the water vapor present in the clouds, the sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide combines, then comes back down as rain. Sulfur dioxide becomes sulfuric acid, nitrogen dioxide becomes nitric acid. When got water present, these two gases will become these two acids. So let's say you are living in an area where got a lot of factories. Most of the factories in Penang, for instance, are not factories that release sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. They're more electronic kind of factories there. Okay, but let's just say you're living in an area where got a lot of factories that are releasing all these harmful gases up, and then you main bola ke apa masa hujan, okay, playing football when it's raining. So the rain water that actually would have acid contact, so your skin can have some corrosion ke apa, itchiness, allergic reactions to it, or you can see like car paint coming out, house paint dull and all the color goes off and the paint starts to wear off there. Is because of the acid rain. Okay, so this is more related to the environment part lah, guys. Okay, one last part I won't rush on this, is still going to get a lot of latihan efforts before we go to the next chapter. Okay, then haze, this is our yearly occurrence. Okay, this year COVID already kacau, so but if not, every year, almost you can say every year we have some interruption because of haze. Okay, some years we are lucky, it doesn't stay long lah, maybe only 1-2 weeks, we got heavy rain coming in, so that's it. Okay, hopefully this year, prediction is August we will have haze. Okay, August, September we will have haze there. So haze is because of forest burning, okay, forest fires and all that. So all the dust, and it's not something to take it easy. So now we already wear masks because of the COVID-19 there. So this will also cause small particles. Might not harm you directly immediately. Some people get the immediate effects. The eyes start to get watery, they start to sneeze. Asthma patients all will have it really tough there during the time there. Some people, okay, still can go on, but the build-up can occur. You can have long-term effects because of the particles, small, tiny, microscopic particles that are present in the burnt material that is present in the haze there. Okay, so avoid it, use mask. Must use a proper different mask. You cannot use this mask actually, you cannot use a normal surgical mask. Must use this N95 mask there specifically to filter out all the smaller particles there. Okay, but related, like I said, all this why I'm telling you, it's related to this chapter because it's related to air. What? So the pollution that can happen in air, right? Lepas tu greenhouse effect is like this. Contohnya kan, Earth, okay, and then we do a lot of deforestation ke apa dan sebagainya. So what happens is, Earth now has a layer of carbon dioxide, a thicker layer of carbon dioxide. Okay, so what happens is, normally for Earth here, heat comes in, heat will go off if there is no carbon dioxide, but because there is carbon dioxide, the heat is trapped. So heat is trapped in Earth. When heat is trapped, temperature will increase. When temperature increase, ice will melt. Ice melts in the poles. So when ice start to melt, sea levels will increase. When sea level increase, what happens? Small islands, contohnya Penang, Singapore, or even smaller islands near to Australia dan sebagainya, all this can be swallowed up by the rising sea level. Okay, it's not a simple thing. There are predictions that have been said that, you know, in maybe another 100 years or 50 years to come, we might actually need to move away, for instance, from Penang. Certain parts of Penang Island might actually be flooded, water could rise up there. Okay, so smaller countries like even like Singapore and all that, it's something that is memang a big deal, a big thing, something to think about. That's why carbon dioxide, the culprit for this for greenhouse effect is carbon dioxide, CO2. Okay, read a little bit on that. It covers the earth, so heat from earth cannot be expelled back. Heat comes in from the sun, right? So it must be expelled back again. But because the carbon dioxide becomes like a blanket, an insulator, it keeps the heat inside. So it keeps the heat inside there, the Earth's temperature increases there. Okay, and that is the effects of it. Sea level rising, sea level influences the weather pattern as well, right? Okay, and also the small islands will be affected, right? Only guys cannot clear on this. Just giving you a general view. Please read through a bit first. It's a simple chapter, guys. Simple chapter. No formulas. Don't have like a real big comparison ke apa. Tak ada. This chapter all come on ni. Cuma say thank you teacher for this kacang putih chapter, and then do the exam. Okay. Next, thinning of ozone layer. The culprit is CFC. Chlorofluorocarbon. What this you see? Earth. This is Earth. Is surrounded by an ozone layer. Okay, this is the ozone. Like I see here also ozone layer. The blue color one is the ozone layer here. This ozone prevents all this harmful UV rays entering there. Okay, but what this CFC chlorofluorocarbon will do? It will go and break up the ozone layers. When it breaks up the ozone layers, we are exposed to harmful ultraviolet rays, which can cause skin cancer, immunity. You lose your immunity, become weaker. Your immune level will be compromised there. Then you can have like allergies. So the people can have like skin issues. Okay, cataract. There means you got a layer of a growth that happens in your eyes. So all this can happen because of thinning of ozone layer caused by chlorofluorocarbon. Short form there, CFC. Okay, you actually won't go, chapter won't go so detailed, what is the effects, how broken down ke apa dan sebagainya, won't go, but know that these are the effects that happen on Earth. Okay, now this is a chapter where they can ask you your suggestion, what you can do to prevent greenhouse effects. Greenhouse effect culprit adalah carbon dioxide, right? So plant more trees. Why plant more trees? Convert carbon dioxide back to oxygen, because plants can go through, trees can go through photosynthesis there. Avoid more vehicles on the road. That means do like maybe public transport. Make cars that are using electrical cars. That means don't use fossil fuel like petrol, coal, dan sebagainya. Petroleum therefore is there. So which will release carbon dioxide. Okay. So just read through it. Easy chapter. I told you last week, telling you this week also easy chapter. Just I've given you some latihan there, not so much, easy only, 1 hour plus, takes time, finish up, chapter done. That means you already finish chapter on end. Okay, so for next week then, still give you more exercise, run through back the whole thing there before we move on to the next chapter. Alright, can I guys, take care, stay safe, see you soon, bye.